Our story begins during a dark period for the Israelites who were oppressed by the Philistines for 40 years.
Now step aside.
In the town of Zorah there lived a man named Manoah from the tribe of Dan. Manoah's wife was barren and had no children. One day the angel of the Lord appeared to her and said, "You are barren and childless, but you are going to become pregnant and give birth to a son. Now see to it that you drink no wine or other fermented drink, and that you do not eat anything unclean.
Nor drink wine or strong drink.
You will become pregnant and have a son whose head is never to be touched by a razor, because the boy is to be a Nazirite dedicated to God from the womb. He will take the lead in delivering Israel from the hands of the Philistines." Excited and amazed, the woman ran to tell her husband about the angel message. Manoah prayed to the Lord, asking him to send the angel again to teach them how to bring up the boy.
Now more than ever.
God heard Manoah's prayer and the angel returned. Manoah asked the angel, "When your words are fulfilled, what is to be the rule that governs the boy's life and work?" The angel reiterated the instructions. Manoah's wife must do all that he had commanded her. Soon after, Manoah's wife gave birth to a son, and they named him Samson. As Samson grew, the Lord blessed him, and the Spirit of the Lord began to stir him while he was in Mahanadan between Zorah and Eshtaol. As a young man, Samson went down to Timnah, where he saw a Philistine woman. He returned home and told his parents, "I have seen a Philistine woman in Timnah. Now get her for me as my wife."
My strength is for Israel.
His parents were dismayed that he wanted to marry a Philistine, asking, "Isn't there an acceptable woman among your relatives or among all our people? Must you go to the uncircumcised Philistines to get a wife?"
Have you no regard for your mother?
But Samson insisted, "Get her for me, she's the right one for me." His parents did not know that this was from the Lord, who was seeking an occasion to confront the Philistines. On his way to Timnah, Samson encountered a young lion. The forest was dense and the path narrow, when suddenly a roar pierced the air. A young lion, fierce and wild, charged at Samson. The Spirit of the Lord came powerfully upon him, and with a surge of divine strength, Samson tore the lion apart with his bare hands as one might tear a young goat. The carcass of the lion lay in pieces, a testament to Samson's incredible strength. But he told neither his father nor his mother what he had done. Later, when he returned to marry the woman, he turned aside to look at the lion's carcass. In it he saw a swarm of bees and some honey. He scooped out the honey with his hands and ate it as he went along. When he rejoined his parents, he gave them some, and they too ate it.
It is wonderful.
But he did not tell them that he had taken the honey from the lion's carcass.
Sure we have enough provisions for the journey?
At the wedding feast in Timnah, Samson proposed a riddle to his 30 Philistine companions.
Another cup for the judge.
Let me tell you a riddle, Samson said to them. If you can give me the answer within the 7 days of the feast, I will give you 30 linen garments and 30 sets of clothes. If you can't tell me the answer, you must give me 30 linen garments and 30 sets of clothes.
And if we don't,
Tell us your riddle, they said. Let's hear it.
as much as this feast. Now,
He replied, out of the eater something to eat, out of the strong something sweet.
Came forth sweetness.
For 3 days they could not give the answer.
gone. We must figure this out.
On the 4th day they said to Samson's wife, coax your husband into explaining the riddle for us, or we will burn you and your father's household to death. Did you invite us here to steal our property?
Now, if you value your life.
Then Samson's wife threw herself on him, sobbing, you hate me, you don't really love me.
Must you persist with this nonsense?
You've given my people a riddle, but you haven't told me the
They
answer.
threatened me. They said they would hurt my family.
I haven't
You
even
must tell me
explained
the
it to
secret
my
of your
father or
strength.
mother,
And
he
they threatened to
replied, so
burn
why
my
should I
father's
explain it
house.
to you?
Why should I trust you, woman?
She cried the whole 7 days of the feast, so on the 7th day he finally told her because she continued to press him.
Lion.
She in
Nothing is
turn
sweeter
explained
than
the
honey.
riddle to
Nor
her
anything
people.
stronger than a lion.
Before sunset on the 7th day, the men of the town said to him, what is sweeter than honey? What is stronger than a lion? Samson said to them, if you had not plowed with my heifer, you would not have solved my riddle. Then the Spirit of the Lord came powerfully upon him. He went down to Ashkelon, struck down 30 of their men, stripped them of everything, and gave their clothes to those who had explained the riddle.
They actually sold.
Burning with anger, he returned to his father's home. And Samson's wife was given to one of his companions who had attended him at the feast. Later on during the wheat harvest, Samson took a young goat and went to visit his wife. He said, I'm going to my wife's room, but her father would not let him go in. I was so sure you hated her, he said, that I gave her to your companion.
You had rejected her. Take her younger sister in.
Isn't her younger sister more attractive?
I gave her to your companion. Do
Take
not
her
be
instead.
Angry, my lord. I have another daughter right here. Please,
Samson
my lord,
said
do
to
not
them,
be
this time I
displeased.
have a right
beg
to get
you,
even
take
with the
her. She
Philistines.
is my youngest and very fair.
I will really harm
Grave
them.
mistake, old man.
So he
Consider
went
this a
out
warning.
and caught
Since you have
300
drilled me
foxes
this
and
way,
tied
I
them
will
tail
not
to
stop
tail in
until I get
pairs.
my revenge on you.
He then fastened a torch to every pair of tails, lit the torches, and let the foxes loose in the standing grain of the Philistines. Fields were ablaze, the smell of burning crops filled the air, and the cries of the Philistines echoed as their livelihood went up in flames. He burned up the shocks and standing grain together with the vineyards and olive groves. When the Philistines asked who did this, they were told Samson the Timnite's son-in-law, because his wife was given to his companion. So the Philistines went up and burned her and her father's house down.
I only saw him from afar.
Samson said to them, since you've acted like this, I swear that I won't stop until I get my revenge on you. He attacked them viciously and slaughtered many of them. Then he went down and stayed in a cave in the rock of Etam. The Philistines went up and camped in Judah, spreading out near Lehi. The people of Judah asked, "Why have you come to fight us?"
What of the Nazarite? Bring him to me alive. I want him to
"We have come to take Samson prisoner," they answered, "to do to him as he did to us."
Perhaps this display is meant to remind you of your place.
Then
He hides
3,000
among
men
those
from
rocks,
Judah went
does
down
he?
to the cave in the rock of
Then
Etam
burn
and
it
said to
down.
Samson, "Don't you realize
I
that the
want him
Philistines
found
are
before
rulers
the
over
sun
us?
rises.
What have you done to us?"
Too strong. We shouldn't be here.
He answered, "I merely did to them what they did to me."
And show yourself. Have you no
They said to him, "We've come to
Sounds
tie
like they
you
brought the
up
whole
and hand
army
you
this
over to
time.
the Philistines."
Pathetic.
Samson said, "Swear to me that you won't kill me yourselves."
afraid.
Agreed, they answered, "We will only
do you
tie
want
you
from
up
me, old
and hand you
men?
over to them.
Have you brought more Philistines?
We will
have
not
reached
kill
a
you."
decision. It is agreeable to all.
So they
promise
bound
you
him
this.
with 2 new
long
ropes
as
and
I
led him
draw
up from the
breath.
rock.
No harm will come to our people.
As he approached Lehi, the Philistines came toward him shouting. The Spirit of the Lord came powerfully upon him. The ropes on his arms became like charred flax, and the bindings dropped from his hands. Finding a fresh jawbone of a donkey, he grabbed it and struck down 1,000 men. The ground was littered with the fallen Samson standing tall-blooded but victorious, the jawbone clutched in his hand. Then Samson said, "With a donkey's jawbone I have made donkeys of them. With a donkey's jawbone I have killed 1,000 men." When he finished speaking, he threw away the jawbone, and the place was called Ramath Lehi. Because he was very thirsty, he cried out to the Lord, "You have given your servant this great victory. Must I now die of thirst and fall into the hands of the uncircumcised?"
I may be avenged on the Philistines.
Then God opened up the
remember me.
hollow place in Lehi,
Strengthen me
and
just
water
once
came
more,
out of it.
that I may be avenged on the Philistines.
When Samson drank, his strength returned and he revived. So the spring was called En-Hakkore, and it is still there in Lehi. One day Samson went to Gaza, where he saw a beautiful woman. He went in to spend the night with her. The people of Gaza were told Samson is here. So they surrounded the place and lay in wait for him all night at the city gate.
Bring him here at once.
The gates
They made
remain
no
sealed.
move during
you
the
certain
night,
he comes
saying
this
at
way?
dawn we'll kill him.
Prepare the men. He will not escape.
Wait
But
for my
Samson
signal.
lay there
When the
only
time is
until the
right,
middle of
we
the night.
strike. They won't even know we were here until it's too late.
Then he got up and took hold of the doors of the city gate together with the 2 posts, and tore them loose, bar and all. He lifted them to his shoulders and carried them to the top of the hill that faces Hebron. The sheer power required to uproot and carry city gates was a display of Samson's incredible strength and defiance. Sometime later, he fell in love with a woman in the valley of Sorek, whose name was Delilah.
Must be stopped.
The rulers of the Philistines went to her and said, "See if you can lure him into showing you the secret of his great strength, and how we can overpower him, so we may tie him up and subdue him. Each one of us will give you 1,100 shekels of
I shall
silver."
deliver him into your hands, my lords. But my
So Delilah said to Samson, "Tell me the secret of your
Here
great
is your
strength, and
payment,
how you can be
Delilah.
tied up and subdued."
satisfactory.
Samson
Please,
answered
my
her,
dearest
"If anyone
Samson,
ties me with
share
7
with
fresh
me the
bowstrings
secret.
that have not been dried, I'll
What makes
become
you
as weak
so
as any other
incredibly
man."
strong?
Then the
suppose
rulers
I
of the
could tell you,
Philistines
but
brought her 7
then I'd
fresh
have to win
bowstrings that have
again.
not been dried,
Let's
and she
just
tied him
say
with
it's
them.
a gift.
With men hidden in the room, she called to him, "Samson, the Philistines are upon you." But he snapped the bowstrings as easily as a piece of string snaps when it comes close to a flame. Then Delilah said to Samson, "You have made a fool of me. You lied to me. Come now,
Promised
tell me
the
how you
secret,
can be
Samson,
tied."
Yet you mock me with these lies.
He replied, "If you weave the 7 braids of my head into the fabric on the loom and tighten it with the pin, I'll become as weak as any other man."
If you loved me.
My
So while he
dear,
was
it is
sleeping,
merely this
Delilah
tunic
took
that
the
gives me
7 braids
power.
of his
But
head,
if you
wove
must
them
know
into
a
the
secret,
fabric, and
perhaps
tightened it
weaving
with
my
the
hair
pin.
into a loom would do the trick.
The
Again,
Philistines
she
are
called
upon
to
you,
him,
Samson.
"Samson, the
Seize him!"
Philistines are upon you."
The
He awoke
Philistines
from
are
his
upon you,
sleep and
Samson.
pulled up the
Seize
pin
him!
and the loom with the fabric.
You don't
Then she
trust
said
me.
to him, "How
You've
can you say
humiliated
I
me
love
3
you when
times
you
now,
won't
Samson.
confide in
How
me?
can I believe anything you say? You don't
This is the
trust me.
3rd time you
You've
have made a
humiliated
fool
me
of me
3
and
times
haven't told
now,
me the
Samson.
secret of
How
your
can I
great
believe
strength."
anything you say?
With
Samson,
such words,
my
she
love,
prodded
why do
him
you
day
turn away
after
from
day
me?
until he
If
was
you
sick
truly
to
cared,
death
you
of
would
it.
tell me your secret. Please look at me. You
So
must
he
tell
told
me your
her
secret.
everything.
How can you say you love me if you won't share this?
"No razor has ever been used on my
If I
hair,"
am
he said,
shaven,
"because I have been a Nazarite
strength
dedicated to God from my mother's womb.
be weak.
If my head were shaved, my strength would leave me, and I would become as weak as any other man."
A gift from the Lord himself.
When Delilah saw that he
I
had told her
cannot
everything,
hide
she
it
sent
any
word to the
longer.
rulers of the Philistines,
My
"Come back,
strength
once
is a
more he has
gift
told me
tied to
everything."
these 7 locks. If they
So the rulers
It
of
is
the
done.
Philistines
Tell the
returned with the
lords the
silver
good
in their
news.
hands. After putting him to sleep on her lap, she called for someone to shave off the 7 braids of his hair, and so began to subdue him. And his strength left him. Then she called, "Samson, the Philistines are upon you." He awoke from his sleep and thought, "I'll go out as before and shake
move in,
myself
soldiers.
free."
Hold him tight.
But he did not know that the Lord had left him. Then the Philistines seized him, gouged out his eyes, and took him down to Gaza.
He is weak.
Binding him with bronze shackles, they set him to grinding grain in the prison. But the hair on his head began to grow again after it had been shaved. Now the rulers of the Philistines assembled to offer a great sacrifice to Dagon their god and to celebrate, saying, "Our God has delivered Samson our enemy into our hands." When the people saw him, they praised their God, saying, "Our God has delivered our enemy into our hands, the one who laid waste our land and multiplied our slain." While they were in high spirits, they shouted, "Bring out Samson to entertain us."
The mighty is fallen.
And he performed for them.
Bring Samson here now.
When they stood him
Lead
among
me
the
to
pillars,
the two
Samson said to the
central
servant who
pillars,
held his
boy.
hand, "Put me where I can feel the
Let me
pillars that
rest
support the
against
temple,
them."
so that I may lean against them." Now
Lead
the
me to the
temple was
two central
crowded with
pillars,
men
boy.
and women.
Let me rest against them.
All the rulers of the Philistines were there, and on the roof were about 3,000 men and
Drink
women
and
watching
be
Samson
merry,
perform.
For our enemy is broken.
Then Samson prayed to the Lord, "Sovereign Lord, remember me." Please God, strengthen me just once more and let me with one blow get revenge on the Philistines for my 2 eyes. Then Samson reached toward the 2 central pillars on which the temple stood.
Avenged on the Philistines.
Bracing himself against them, his right hand on the one and his left hand on the other. Samson said, "Let me die with the Philistines." Then he pushed with all his might, and down came the temple on the rulers and all the people in it. The ground shook, the walls crumbled, and the cries of the Philistines filled the air as the temple collapsed.
On the Philistines.
Thus he killed many more when he died than while he lived. Then his brothers and his father's whole family went down to get him. They brought him back and buried him between Zorah and Eshtaol in the tomb of Manoah his father. One note: the original text Ramoth Lehi, Jawbone Height, and En Hakor, Spring of the Collar, are proper place names and have been retained for accuracy. The following sentences, 148 to 155, appear to be an epilogue or commentary added to the original story, not part of the Samson narrative itself. I will format and create prompts for them as requested. He had led Israel 20 years.
Broken among the stones.
The life of Samson is a powerful reminder of how God can use even flawed individuals to accomplish his purposes. Samson's extraordinary strength was matched only by his human weaknesses. Yet in the end he fulfilled his divine mission. Through his life we learn about the importance of faith, the dangers of temptation, and the ultimate sovereignty of God's will. Do you want your children and other families around the world to learn the Bible through animated movies? Then here's your chance to help make that happen.
Temptation and the acceptance of God.
Our vision is to create full-length Bible movies that tell all the stories leading to Jesus, something mainstream media like Disney would never do. All of our content is free and available on YouTube, but ad revenue alone is not enough to support our mission. By joining our community on Patreon, we can together create these incredible films and spread the Bible stories to the next generation. In return, we offer you exclusive perks for your entire family.
Your contributions help us keep going.
Thank you for being a part of this amazing mission. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe to our channel and press the bell for notifications of our newest videos. Make sure to like the video, comment your thoughts, and share it with your friends and family. Thank you for watching.